We're going to go over computer chips. Computer chips are very different, but they're also very much the same. So if you learn one, you pretty much can learn any of the others. Okay, for this lesson, we're going to go over the L293D chip, a motor driver chip, which came with your kit. Okay, say we have a street light, and it has red, yellow, green lights. And then we have a motorist guy in a car. Okay, the street light sends him a signal, red light or yellow light or green light. He then pushes his feet or lets off of the gas pedal. Depends on which light. He pushes for green, he lets off for red or yellow. Okay, he's called the motor driver. He drives the motor of the car. There's a motor in the car. Okay, using his foot. Okay, that's basically what we're doing with Arduino and computer chips and motors. Arduino is the street light sending a signal to the motor driver guy. The motor driver guy is a computer chip called a motor driver L293D chip. He drives the motor, which is like this, a motor. Okay, so that's basically all that's going on. Okay, let's see. Say we had, let's start with Arduino. Okay, Arduino, we're going to put it like this, where the box is here and the oval is here. Okay, Arduino is composed of a lot of inputs and outputs. Over here, you will see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 digital holes where you can take inputs or outputs. And we've listed them here, 0 to 13. And at the top, a ground. What is ground? Well, we've been basically going over batteries is positive and negative. And negative is, many people call a ground. Okay, and it's abbreviated GND. So when you see ground, it means basically the negative, positive and ground. Okay, so up here at the top is the spot for our ground. Over here, we have some more input out. Well, we have analogs, and we have over here was digital. Okay, what's the difference between analog and digital? Analog is more wavy, digital is more ones and zeros. 1 up here, 0 down here. Okay, nothing in between. Analog is everything in between. Okay, so analog we're not going to do anything with, okay? Just digital. We're only going to work with digital. Okay, over here we have the power things. 5 volts, 3.3 volts, ground, and VN. We're not working with VN right now. Okay, so, okay, that's basically how Arduino is set up. Ground and 0 through 13. And here we have the analogs, and up here we have the power things. Okay, so let's see. Okay, that's how that is. Over here we have a computer chip. Okay, we're going to call it the motor driver chip. It is the motor driver chip. Okay, so it's listed with pins, a lot of pins on both sides, 8 pins. Okay, they're labeled in the form of a smile. Okay, always remember a smile with chips. Okay, so up here you have a little indenture, it's a smile. Always put that up there, you know, have it smiling. Never a frown, that's bad. Always a smile. Okay, and then when you count like a smile, like you would draw a smile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, up. Okay, so that's how the pins are numbered. Okay, so what are they here for? Well, okay, pin 1, enable 1. That basically enables the left side of the chip. Input 1 is the input from Arduino into it. output 1 is the output from it to the motor. Ground and ground, well, everything needs ground in electronics. Output 2 is the output to the motor also. Input 2 is another input to the motor. And motor power for output 1 through 4, well, everything needs power. This output, these two outputs have to come from somewhere, and it comes from basically input to pin 8. Chip power for pin 16 is the power the whole chip. The chip itself needs power. So, and then the rest is a copy of this side, okay? All of this is just what we just went over, okay? Minus this. This is for all the outputs, and this is for everything. But there's 1 through 7 and 9 through 15. That's 2 motors you can drive, okay? Enable 1 is for the left side, enable 2 is for the right side, okay? So basically, that's how we do it. So let's start with some input 1, input 2, okay? Let's say we had, something here like this, and let's put a positive here. Let's take this and put it here, so we have a positive, and then let's take this, of course it has a negative here, and we're going to put this over here as a negative. If this was free to swivel around the center, it would swivel opposites attract. Positive would go to negative, and it would be repelled by another positive, okay? So that's how it would turn clockwise. But if you wanted to, you could redo these wires and put this up here, a minus, and this, leap over there, over here, a positive. This time it'll be attracted this way and repulsed this way from this one. Thus it will be moving counterclockwise. So 2 signals can move a swivel, which is what happens with electronics motors. Okay? So, okay, that's what input 1 and input 2 are about. Which way do you want it to move? So, basically, okay, we're not doing anything with analog, but let's erase this so we can go over how to hook this up. Okay, so let's see. Pin 16 is power for the whole chip, so we're going to need that coming from 5 volts. Connect it there, and pin 1 enables this side. So we need a input from, say, we're just going to say right now pin 5. We just arbitrarily chose pin 5. It could have been another pin. And then we need an input from input 1, like we were talking about, say this one. We would need that from, let's say, pin 7, also again arbitrary. Or let's use green this time, because it's kind of a control intelligence signal. Okay, output 1 is, let's see, from here we would want to go here to here, and ground. We always need ground, even chips need ground. So we put this, oops, that's black. So we take this and this, and we go, well, we could go here, and let's turn the motor. Let's see. Oops, sorry, not there. This ground has to go to here, actually. Because even chips need ground. Okay, output, now this one goes to here. It's like that wasn't right. Here. So we could turn the motor. And so we got a positive and a negative. Okay, and let's see. Now, why are these two both outputs? Well, circuit theory we've been doing is like positive to negative, but for some reason they labeled them both outputs. I guess it's like, you know, both of them going out to a motor, but I don't like it, but that's how it is. 7, okay, going to pin 6. Input, oh yeah, that's another input, green. There we go, to pin 7. And 8 power is 5 volts. Once again, we got to do this 5 volts. To there.